All right, Drake Riggs here with Julia Budd, one of the greatest featherweights of all time, the former Bellator featherweight champion, of course, moving to the PFL. Very exciting stuff. So, Julia, first of all, though, I got to ask you, you guys didn't drive here, right? Because I saw you went to Seattle first, made a stop, but you didn't drive, right?
No.
Okay.
No, we spent like 5 days in Seattle. Lance Jr., who's fighting on Bellator 268 this weekend, his family's down there. So we got to hang out with all them and I got to meet his new nephew and hang out with them and train and then fly over here.
All right, very fun. And I mean, Seattle, cool place, right? Was it been a while since you've been there? With the travel, Canada's kind of still tricky to go to and from, right?
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had a chance to be there to go across, and we used to go like pretty much once a month. So I love it. I love the Pacific Northwest.
Can't go wrong. Can't beat it. Yeah, I know. I live down by Vancouver area, so America is Vancouver. So, but yeah, Seattle, very great. And here we're at Bellator 268, as you mentioned, the fight week. Does it feel weird to be here, not being with Bellator anymore?
You know what? No, it still feels like family. They were, I've been with them. I was with them for 7 years, and it's actually just been really cool to be here and be able to be here for Lance's experience now. It's time for him to take over and climb the ranks of the Bellator ranks. And so I'm happy. I love all these guys. Everybody here has been amazing to me over the years. So.
Yes, great people still, even with you departing. And, the last time that you fought, Lance also fought with you on the same card, right? And now you guys both in training camps preparing for your fights. Yours is coming up in 2 weeks, right? End of October here. And then he's fighting in a couple days. Is it feel, gotten more used to this kind of preparation after going through it the first time and now doing it again here?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely don't ever want to fight on the same night again.
Yeah.
But this little break in between is great, and we were able to kind of peak and get to do all of our training together. So it was awesome training camp, and then it's just nice that I get to be there for him in his corner, and then he can do the same for me.
Was it a little stressful?
The night that we fought together, it was super stressful, and I think I just underestimated the role we each played in each other's fight week up until that week, and then kind of looking back on it. But you never know until you do it, right?
Yeah, I don't realize.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, not doing that again, but glad we did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as for you, though, of course, just went through that free agency process. Had been a while since you had done that, right? Going from Invicta to Bellator, if my memory is correct. So how was it this time? Was it kind of fun to have these options and everything? Just walk me through it a little bit.
I guess it was just kind of like a period of time where you just got to trust that everything's going to work out. And so it wasn't necessarily fun, a little stressful, but also just kind of weighing out the options of what the best stage for me business-wise and in my career-wise for the move that I was going to make. And this feels like it was the right decision for you to make. So.
Definitely. And I'm sure, do you feel that you're should be held to a high standard now? Because if you look at your career, you've only fought for the best, right? Strikeforce, Invicta, Bellator, and now PFL. These are all big names, never starting out on a feeder or regional promotion. So did you feel like that going into this too?
Yeah, I'm ready to represent. I feel like I dominated the ranks and dominated the Bellator division for a long time, and I was here for 7 years, and I'm proud of all my wins over here and being champion. So carrying that with me going forward is important, that I go there and I represent kind of my past and what I've done and who I've fought. So that's what I look forward to doing in PFL.
Absolutely. And, a great career, as we've mentioned here, but are you thinking at all about the end, of course, going to try and, surely going to be in the tournament next season and all that. But after that, do you think about, all right, I can win this, and that's a perfect way to sail off into the sunset, or you're just going to wait for that?
I'm just a one step at a time person. So this next fight for me, October 27th against Kaitlin Young, is something that I'm super excited, prepared for, and I want to go out there and make a statement. So I got a little bit of an extra fire under me, and which feels good. I'm hungry, and I can't wait to go out there and do what I do. But and then the 2022 season, just one fight at a time, and then we'll see. We'll obviously revisit it and see how that goes. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Kaitlin Young right there, also a pioneer, I think, with yourself, OGs and the matchmaker at a time. I don't know if it was for you at the time, maybe when she was doing that for Invicta, but, she's been around for a while. So I didn't expect this for, your debut in PFL, but like really cool to see, right?
I think so too. We fought on the same card in Invicta. So she was fighting for Invicta when I was fighting for Invicta. And so I've been around her. I've watched her fight. Obviously, her versus Carano was one of the ones a couple years before I ever entered mixed martial arts. But watching that fight was exciting. So I've known about her for a long time. And when they mentioned, I actually told my coaches on, I think it was their August card when her opponent she ended up not fighting. And I said, I guarantee that's who I'm fighting in October. And he was like, no, I don't know. Do you think? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll be fighting her. So I knew that in August. I was like, that's who I'm fighting. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm working on my intuition. So.
But also, I got to mention like Kayla Harrison, who's, the big fish at PFL. Maybe not for long, though. So would that kind of be a bummer, if you don't get that fight?
I think so. Like it's obviously like I joined the sport. I do everything in my life to kind of like challenge myself and fight the best of the best. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. So if if that ever worked out that we were to fight, great. But obviously it's her journey, and if she leaves, she leaves. But I'm there to fight everyone in the division, whoever they are.
And what have you made of like the critique of her competition? Because I feel like it's just a thing with the heavier weight classes for the women. Cyborg had it for a whole long time. I don't know if you've gotten it too much, but like everyone critiques her for like hasn't fought the best competition. What do you just make of all that kind of thing?
I just make. It's like they always say that. I don't know. They've always said that to me too. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be fighting those people. When I fight and win like fast and decisively, you shouldn't be fighting them.
Maybe
and it
credit you a little more.
Yeah, exactly. So she's good. They've done a great job with her career, I think, like PFL and her manager, and building the PFL. It's made it somewhere that we can go. And when I first started in 2014 with Bellator, the 145 division was non-existent. Mm-hmm. The big divisions for us, like I was told when I first did mixed martial arts that I had to be 135, and that's impossible for me. So, I'm just happy that this is a really comfortable weight class. This is where I kickboxed at. So, I'm happy that now we have a couple homes that we can pick from, and it's good for us. So I think we're all kind of doing our parts in the organizations that we fight for to show, hey, we're here, people are watching, people care, and it provides different homes for people.
Yeah, so. And another full circle kind of situation for you. But all right, Julia, last thing I will leave you with. I noticed that your dogs are absolutely gorgeous. They are very fluffy little beasts. Yeah. But how many do you have?
I have 2, but I have also I look after my friend's dogs.
Okay,
so they're Akitas. Yeah, and they are my everything. So I have our good friend back home looks after them because they're not friendly with any other dogs. Okay. So it's a bit of a stressful thing when we go out of town because we have to be but my friend looks after them and she's amazing. So yeah.
All right, very cool. I had to ask about them because they're adorable. So thank you so much, Julia. Congratulations on the PFL again. I will see you there. Actually, I'll be there. So
awesome.
So thanks so much for the time. And yes, I'll see you then.
Oh, hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next time.